This is the new trend with meme coins, and here's how I made over $80,000 using this exact method. And for those of you who don't believe, let's start this video off by showing you exactly what trade I made. As you guys can see, I turned $10,000 to over $80,000. And this was the exact token that we bought a few weeks ago, right when it came out. And as you guys can see, we've been in this coin for over 3 weeks now, slowly selling as it continued to rise. And as you guys can see, we turned $10,000 to over $80,000 simply by holding this token. Now, here's exactly what you need to know. First off, the meme coin method is changing. People are making millions of dollars each and every single week, but it's slowly changing, and now you guys have an opportunity to make the most money you guys have ever had. But before I tell you guys exactly the new method, follow me and comment something that's going to benefit you or that you guys want to learn in the next video. But first, you need to know exactly what this launch coin is. This is a token that came out a few months ago and was called Believe in Something, and it wasn't working until they finally rebranded a few days ago, and it's a new launchpad where people can create their own tokens. And as you guys can see, it's at a $250 million market cap right now. That's because they did this the perfect way. As you guys can see, this is their website where you can launch any single coin that you want for completely free. You create it, you make it, and if it does good, you also make money from it. And if you guys take a look, this is their Twitter account with over 33,000 followers, and that's because this is a real token, especially with it being at a $250 million market cap. If we take a look, several other people profited hundreds of thousands, all because they knew this one thing that you probably don't. All right. First off, let's get straight into this. You're going to need to use GMGN because this is exactly the tool that helps me find this coin early. Not only that, it helps me find the tokens that are launched from this launchpad. So remember, none of this is financial advice. This is all for educational purposes. So subscribe now, because once you guys are on GMGN, I'm going to link it in the description, by the way, so you guys can get 25% off on all their fees. Once you're on GMGN, hit new pairs, and this is the best part because you're going to be able to filter it for only certain things. As you guys know, if you don't know, I'm going to show you guys right now. There was this other launchpad that was trending a few weeks ago called Boop, and this was it, Boop without fun. This was trending, and you guys can also launch tokens on this, and any token that was launched on this for around a week pretty much was doing well simply because it was another pump fund. But I'm sure, as you guys all know, Pump Fund is the biggest platform to do so. And it still is the biggest platform. None of these are even close to how big Pump Fund is. But these websites are trying to beat them. Sure, they might be a little better, but Pump Fund is the OG. People know Pump Fund for exactly what it is, creating a token, and now you guys can create your coins for completely free. As you guys can see, this is Boop, and it lasted for around a week. Now, the trend is actually this. It's the Launchpad. So here's exactly how you guys can use GMGN to filter it. Once you're here, you're going to hit filter, and you see how all of these are checked out? Unhit Radium, unhit Pump Fund, unhit all of these. The only one you're going to want is Launch Lab. This is going to only be the only one that you guys are actually going to need. And as you guys can see, around every 15 seconds, you're going to see a new coin being launched simply from this token. That's why it's at such a high market cap, because people can create their own token and it's efficient. That's why the token also did well. Not only because you can create a token for free, but people are making money from this. They're sitting on the screen all day, and here's exactly how you guys can also make money. Let's say a new token comes out, so we'll wait a few seconds and see the next token that comes out. All right, this one just came out. As you guys can see, we could go and buy it. We could put $30 in it. We'll say, I don't really care about this token. I don't really like it. But as you guys can see, you're either going to make or lose money, because that's how this works. But the better you get at this, the more knowledge you know, and the faster you guys can scan these tokens, the more money you guys are going to be able to make faster with this method. So if we go back to the top new coins, this one just came out called BAM. You guys are going to be able to get an eye for this. What I would like to do is I always open the Twitter, I always open the website, I see if there's any calls or VCs that bought into the token. Once the website and Twitter load, I get a quick look at it. As you guys can see, this was just launched. All right, now we're going to go to the website, see what that's about. And it doesn't really look like there's too much going on. See, it was a rug pull. But the better you get at this, the more money you guys can make. And that's simply because this token has done something that no other token has. When Boop first came out, it already started at a $2 million market cap. But the craziest part is, this was actually launched at only a few $100,000. And now it's at over 200 million, and people were able to make millions of dollars from this. So with meme coins, if you're not on top of the trends, if you're not knowing which launchpad is currently trending, you're gonna miss out on thousands of dollars. Because like I said, we were able to make 80,000 just me from this. You guys can only imagine how much my Telegram members made. Talking about that, I have a free Telegram where we give you guys these types of calls and these coins for free every single week. All you have to do is join. It's going to be in the description. But this is why you you guys need to be on top of Twitter, you need to be on top of YouTube, and you need to be on top of meme coins in a whole. Because if you want to make money from this, you need to know exactly what's going on. So let's exit out of here and let me show you something. You guys can also use the method I've taught in other videos to see exactly which coins are trending. So all of these tokens here, and the easiest way to spot exactly which launchpad they're from is looking by the end of the launch. So if we go to filters, we have every single one enabled. And as you guys can see, this one was from Boop, this one was from Pump Fund, and some of them were from Radium, and this one was from Bunk. So once you guys know exactly how that works, you guys can pretty much tell by the last few letters in this. Like as you guys can see how it says Pump at the last 4? This was a Pump Fund coin. The better you get at this, the faster you guys can buy these tokens, the more money you can make. Let's say this one, for example. So let's clear everything out. As you guys can see right here, if you would have bought this token right here and sold at the all-time high, you would have made a 900% gain. So even if you put $100, you guys could easily made 900 in just a few minutes from buying and selling this token with the strategy that I just showed you. You guys can also blacklist devs. So like, let's say you guys see a dev that is just rug pulling coins left and right. You guys can actually copy their wallet or Twitter handle, and boom, you guys can blacklist them right here, paste in their wallet and hit add, and then this is going to save you time. So whenever they create a token, you're not even going to get bothered to even look at it, because sometimes there are devs who will rug pull hundreds of tokens in a day simply to profit a few $100s. And those are the coins that you don't want to look at, because no matter what, they're going to get rugged, so they're not going to be your next 100x that you're looking for. Back to this coin. This did so well simply because they had a well launch and they rebranded perfectly. As you guys can see, this first spike up here with over $1 million in volume was what first caused it. And then from there, a $20 million market cap, it did another 10 or 13x, hitting 260 million, and it kept rising because of how much trending coins were being created from here. Not only that, the trending coins that were made from Launchcoin hit tens of millions in market cap, making other people hundreds of thousands. Not only that, but the people who were following me made tens of thousands simply by getting these coins early and knowing exactly when to buy and when to sell, because I tell you guys these exact signals. Once you're here, as you guys can see the deck screener spent money, the new ones and the liquidity pool burned, and then by hitting them, you guys are going to be taken to the token, seeing exactly what's going on. To prove to you guys that this isn't bullshit, one of the other tokens, ICM, was launched a while ago and it started trending again the other day. If you guys take a look at this, we were able to profit 27 SOL from this token, $4,000, literally because we were able to spot these trends. We were able to spot exactly when the insiders were buying, and we used these trending tools to analyze which coin could go out. Obviously, this was a pump fund coin, but we used some of these tactics to be able to find these early. And another thing, you guys can see exactly what these insiders are doing. I use a website called Coalscan, and if we refresh it, it's going to show you exactly how much people are making today. Like someone's made $69,000 today, and some other guys made $64,000. You guys can track this by the day, by the week, and by the month. People are printing insane amount of money simply by being active, spotting these trends, and being early. If you guys are early to the game, you're gonna know exactly when you do this and how much to make. But also, it takes trial and error. If you've traded 1,000 tokens before, you've lost money, you've made money, you're gonna have a better eye for this than someone who's completely brand new. That's why we offer my free Telegram, because I've done this. I've taken over 10,000 trades at this point, day and night, 8 hours a day, sitting on my laptop. So whenever I call a coin, you guys know it's a good token. And we have people who can vouch for me, saying they've hit 10x's, 15x's, even 100x tokens by being in my Telegram. And that's because we have the tools, we have the resources to be able to do this. That's why we're able to profit thousands of dollars and spot these new ways to make money with meme coins. No one's going to be teaching you this type of information for completely free like me, because that's because I already make money. I don't need to make money off of you guys. As you guys can see, all these tokens are being launched literally because of the trends, because of the media and where things are going. That means we can make more money. Where attention goes, the money's gonna flow, and that's straight into our pockets. So as I said, people made hundreds of thousands from this token. If you want this to be you, subscribe and leave a like.